Okay, so this is going to be a super quick one for those of you guys that are not aware. The Victorinox, they sell a lot of replacements for parts to your Swiss Army knives. So you can get replacement toothpicks, you can get replacement tweezers in both the long and short variety, depending on whether you have a 91 millimeter or an 81 millimeter, or when it comes to the SD Classic, the 58 millimeter. They sell those in the base colors, or the base, which is kind of the cream and the gray, but they also sell them in a red, green, and blue. And they also happen to sell lanyards that you can purchase that I use on a lot of small knives, not just theirs, but in this case, for this chocolate fudge SD Classic, I'm planning on doing the green as well as the green replacement for the tweezers and the toothpick. So the nice thing with Victorinox is because they're so incredibly popular that there's a lot of options there for customizing. So let's get into it. Let's open this chocolate fudge SD Classic. Oh, upside down. So there we have it. Pretty standard, but this is one of the transparent Celador scales. So we can see here the SD Classic is fairly basic. On one side we have our nail file, the inset nail file. It doesn't go all the way up to the edge, as well as a little flat head. We have the little penknife blade. It says Victorinox on the side there. Swiss made stainless is what it says. And on the opposite side, we will have our small scissors. They also do sell replacements of the scissor spring, both the small for these guys, as well as the large for the larger knives. So, pretty straightforward. There is our toothpick. And we're gonna go in here and see if I have a green toothpick, which I do. Let's make sure it fits size-wise, which it does. And you'll notice the small ones tend to have a flat edge. So if you look at the edge here, compared to the larger ones, I'll pull one out. The larger ones tend to have, instead of it being flat, tends to have a little bit of a curve. See the curve? Flat edge, but the curve. So that's one thing I noticed between the full size, or like the 91 millimeter replacements, and the shorter ones. So we're gonna go ahead and insert this here. So there's the green. All right, then we're gonna flip it over, pull our toothpick out, which is just the standard white. Find ourselves the green toothpick. Make sure our size fits before we put it in. Don't want to damage anything. We're going to insert the green toothpick. Green and green. Now for the lanyard, pretty straightforward. Just going to take it through, flip it through, pull it nice and tight. Now we have it with the green lanyard and the green accessories. So I'm going to go ahead and get the wife's impression. Casey.
Yes.
So chocolate fudge with the green lanyard and the green.
Oh, cool, yeah.
And the green on the toothpick. So what do you think?
I like the green.
You like the green?
I do. It gives it a little pop.
The only other option, guys, I forgot to mention, is they do also do it in black. Now, I will be the first to admit the black often goes good with the brown, but I have black in almost all of my other SDs. This is the only one I have so far with the green. There you have it. Pretty straightforward. Lots of little options. I thought that might be a fun one to take a look at and get those of you that are carrying around little small Swiss Army knives to recognize that for very inexpensive, these little replacement pieces cost, I don't know, $1 a pop, 75 cents to maybe $1.25, depending on where you get them per piece. Since they do tend to get lost pretty often, when I order them, I'll tend to order 3 or 4 of each color at a time as I use them. So then I have them if I want to change things up, make any adjustments, or I decide to carry a little either the Rambler or a little SD Classic with a different full-size knife. I can always change the toothpick, the tweezers, and the lanyard. All right, well, there you have it. We'll just put these out so you can see it. Thank you, guys. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining us today, and hit that subscribe button. See you soon.